Take me back to the old dirt road where Mama and Papa used to go. Let's sing all them songs from a long time ago and pine for them old days of yore. Well, let me run through the breeze like the leaves on the trees. Let me fly like the leaves when they fall. Well, let my mind go serene like a cool water stream that runs from the mountain so tall. Oh, take me back down the old dirt road. Take me home to rest where the mockingbirds nest and to cry through the green in the spring. Let's go back a ways to the old bygone days and the simple time we lived back when. Well, let the pull of the plow bring the sweat from my brow and the glow of the fire pull me home. Let me wind down my days in the sweet dusty haze. Take me back down the old dirt road. Oh, take me back down the old dirt road. Take me back down the old dirt road.
Good morning, everybody. Good morning. It's Wednesday. It's Hump Day. This is like probably one of my favorite days to spend with the mag. It's kind of a day that I get to kick back and just kind of talk some down to earth preps and enjoy. Do I got a good sound check this morning? I've realized for some reason I have to plug in my computer and it works a lot better. But copycat. Good morning, copycat, copycat, copycat. RCX, Tina Bean. Good morning. Good morning, Royal Linus. Good morning to y'all. Tomcat Koala. Okay, good. It's not all crackly and stuff. For some reason, when I plug it in out here, it's working better than if it's unplugged. Don't ask me. Hey, Georgie. What's up, Georgie Mitchell? Skipping 10. How you doing? I'm glad to see everybody. We're a few minutes early, but this is kind of just our kickback Wednesday stream. And we have a live stream this afternoon, Hump Day Wednesday. Gosh, the week seemed to be going by quick. I hope that you're drinking mushroom coffee. I'm drinking black silk coffee. Black silk. Good morning, Caitlin. How are you, honey? But I did want to talk about a couple things, but I do have to have my morning stogie. I'm really trying to cut back, but it's not working out too well. But this is my kickback time with y'all, and I think one of the big things is that you can get healthier just by doing some simple things. But we are going to talk about some knife things this morning, and we're going to talk about this awesome, awesome mess kit that I got that I've been using, but I just kind of want to talk about it. It's Chicken Day Special at Lee's Famous. What's up, Teresa? How you doing this morning? You got a bad cold. We're supposed to be getting a storm here anytime, but I do want to say one thing about these stogies, right? There's rumors about these stogies that people that do this or people that have nicotine in their systems didn't get the big Kool-Aid C thing very bad. And I will tell you, they are hard to break. I will tell you that I did get the big C, and dragonflies got it too, right? And um, mine lasted like 24 hours, and I was like, boom, chuckalugga, let's go. The only thing that I really had a Greta, good morning. You're canning pickled beets today. Who's canning food? Who's getting prepared for the collapse of the economy, which it's coming. I mean, it's coming. But what I wanted to say about this is these are up to like $80 a carton, right? If you have this bad habit. So I started rolling my own. I now pay about $15 for 2 months of puffing when I want to puff. Good morning, Scan. So I look at a lot of things, and if we can save money, save money. Save the money. Um, I do have a terrible smoker's cough, though. Probably not the smartest crap I've ever done is to continue to smoke. I quit for 14 years, and then I went through the big D, and I'm not talking about Dallas. I'm not talking about Dallas. So there was a lot worse things I could have done. So I did pick up cigarettes again, and I wish I wouldn't have, but it's one of those things. Dragonflies, on the other hand, I got her a vape, and she had smoked since she was a kid in elementary school, right? And the day I got her the vape, she quit smoking. So I don't know. It's one of those things, that you have to kind of look at. I think it is a bad habit. I know, RCX, don't get on my ass about it. Well, you can if you want to. You are 3 packs a day. Wow. That's good, Greta. That's good. I mean, I think sometimes it takes those things just like it took me that shake to go smoke again. Yeah, well, Tina, there could have been worse crap I could have did, right? I was hoping this morning. That's why we're out in the forest this morning. Well, on the deck, but I can flip the camera real quick, the computer. The mama deer and her twins have been up here a lot. We got a lot of turkey, wild turkey this year that are running around on the property. I need to find out a little bit more about the wild turkeys, like when you can hunt them, because there's certain things if you hunt them at the wrong time, it could be really bad. Yeah, I got one. Oh, I didn't get the electric one. I got the manual one. Then I sold a manual one. I got another manual one, but I heard somebody else said that about those electric rollers that they're really quick. But I don't mind doing. See, if I have to roll them, this is the thing, Scam Family. If I have to roll them, then it takes me longer, right, to have a cigarette, because I don't sit down and roll a pack because that wouldn't be the off the wall prepper way, right? I gotta make things complicated sometimes. It's chilly this morning. It is chilly. I just got my OTWP original hoodie on. That's a um we're supposed to be getting storms. Tommy finally came home. Y'all see it, y'all? Tommy is so skinny right now. Can you see him over there? Look at him. You see him over there on the barrel? He's he is yeah, he is he is something. He was gone for like 4 days. And then he came up here, he's crying like a big old baby. I said, "What the hell? What is wrong with you?" And he just wanted food. And the other new big thing he has that he loves is Tommy Copycat loves me to. I have a cat brush, with the spiky things on it. He loves it. He doesn't bite me like he used to. He bites at me like don't stop. He loves it. He absolutely loves to get his back scratched, but he is tick infested. And I do want to talk a little bit about ticks this morning. How many of you are seeing, like, if you win the Mega Millions, you'll help me out? Well, thank you, Copycat. Can we go to the casino? Is the question. Can we go play the penny slots? Me and you. Can you imagine, Copycat? Wouldn't that be fun? But how many people are seeing like more ticks in their area? Because we are, and we're seeing a lot of mosquitoes. Like right now, even I um, I have several of these that good old mama gave me, right? And citronella candles. And I'm gonna plant some citronella around here because the freaking ooh yeah. Mm. Well, let me tell you, Terry. welcome to the chat again. Let me tell you, it's not just the police. They're doing a fast track program so you can join the military too. And there was several people in the live streams that have talked about um, would our military ever turn on us? Being prior Navy, I don't think American military, right, would turn on us. But that's what's happening right now is the military is being shifted. A lot of generals, a lot of higher upper echelon are getting taken out. Hey, Rick. Hey, George, Scam Family. But they are taking them out and replacing them with whatever their puppeteers want to put in there. So would I say, being prior military, would I say that they'll turn on us and shoot us? Hell yeah, they will. They will. And that's a sad thing. That's a sad thing. And will the police become more corrupt, more um, sinister? Yeah. I think there's a lot of good police officers, but think about this in 2020 when all this occurred, right, Terry? Uh, when all this really started escalating more and more, and it came to the forefront of people in the United States and people all over the world, think about the purge of Americans. Most Americans were sent home to work. A lot of Americans in the medical and police uh, and military refused to get the jabby, and what happened? They got the boot, right? So it was the purge of the American worker. It was the purge of true Americans that we have seen disappear. And so I think that that situation is going to escalate more and more. The other thing that a lot of people don't understand. Good morning, RR. The other thing that I don't believe people really understand is the breakdown of each country. See, they have to, and it's not just the United States. It's all over the world. Migrants are being shipped and moved around. And why is that happening? Because see, when they can break down our traditions and they can break down our language and they can break down all these things, and I have no problem with anybody that comes to this country, right? Legally. But the situation is the NWO Agenda 2030, as it rolls in on all of us, they have to break us down at our very core. Think about last 4th of July. What happened on last 4th of July? Anybody remember? Or are you sidetracked that you don't remember those kind of details? 4th of July, there was a mass shooting at a 4th of July parade, right? Good morning, Tamara. And so when you think about those things, hitting traditions, hitting things that the American people love, then everybody's on point, everybody's on guard. And I think the more and more that we see these things happen, the more and more people around the country will become isolated. And we already allowed that to roll in, not knowing what really occurred in 2019, what kind of sham it really was, right? Yeah, that's good. We don't really have standing water, around here at all. Um, but it's been very, like, we'll get a rain and then, it'll go like 48 hours or something scan, and then we'll get another rain. And so I think that that's keeping like breeding little cesspools of mosquitoes around. And the thing that worries me about the mosquitoes, the mice, on the West Coast, is that another distraction? Is that more, why all of a sudden are they finding this? Like, come on, and they're blaming it on Chia, or is this our own government doing these things to scare the heck out of people and get people sidetracked? Now, Rick, that's kind of weird for Iowa. I was brought up in southeast Nebraska and Colorado, and that's kind of strange that that there wouldn't be any mosquitoes. There's always been mosquitoes like in those parts of the country, right? But I don't know. There's so many things going on right now. I think that sometimes Wednesdays and Sundays are really cool on the OTWP. Kind of just gives us some down to earth talking. And I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I think one thing I do want to talk about, and I just got this. I got a heck of a deal on Macari. Dragonflies, as y'all know, bought me this one last year, or no, Oh gosh, I say last year, and it's been like 4 years, right? But time flies when you're having fun with dragonflies, and I love dragonflies. Dragonflies is my backbone. Dragonflies, uh, she's really been working her tail off. She's really been working her tail off. But she bought me this as a gift, and I like this one. It is a very good, stable fixed blade knife, and I think that if you don't have a fixed blade knife, you should definitely get one. Good morning, Country Pepper. I think you should get a fixed blade knife. The one thing I like about this one is that right here, you can see right here on this corner, that's a ferro rod. So you're carrying your ferro rod. You got a pretty good size knife, right? It is a pretty good size knife. It's very comfy in your hand because of the way the grip is. Y'all see that? So it's very nice the way the grip is and stuff. It's made by Gerber, not very expensive, but it's very durable, very sharp. I don't need the most expensive thing to have something that's decent, and neither should you. You shouldn't have to feel that way. But what I want to show you is now I'm getting rid of other knives, other boot knives, and fixed blade knives because this one is kind of my throw around whatever knife, right? But I found one on Macari, and I am I love this. I love this Gerber. I'll keep this Gerber. It's going back in my get home bag, so that I always have it. The other cool thing is you all see that on the back. It actually shows you how to make the smoke signals and stuff in case you're in a distress situation. When you don't practice stuff like that, you may forget when you're stressed out. And so I think that this is a really a good knife for the money. A good knife for the money. But I have to say, this bad boy is my new one. And it's not brand new, right? But this bad boy is unbelievably sharp, unbelievably comfortable in your hand, right? And I really freaking like this one. This one is it's a it's a Smith and Wesson HRT. It's a HRT Smith and Wesson, and the numbers on the other side. If you want to look for one, I mean, like this is a awesome freaking knife. This would be a really good knife if it came down to a hand-to-hand type situation. Um, this I oh Rick, man, I freaking love this knife, and I won't even touch this. I mean, it's that sharp, and it came that way. Now, one thing I will say is that you definitely want to have like your own sharpening stones. We have several, and I am going to start carrying more knives. Oh, yeah, she just dropped it in my eBay store. I'm trying to find a connection for these right now, and I have an old knife buddy that has a connection for everything I ever want. So I'm trying to see if I can get the wholesale price on these. But these are a Smith and Wesson HRT. The number on the back is SWHRT 9, as in 9, and B as in Bravo. Um, this one is I really like it, and this can slip right inside my boot. So this has been like my real big go-to. Hey, uniquely written. This has been my big go-to knife now. I really, really like it. I do need a new holder for it because the buckle is kind of screwed up. Actually, the buckle's completely screwed up, but I've been just using the clip on the back, putting it into my boot. I love knives. Tomcat Koala, that was my big thing. That's actually how I met Lisa Kosick. Y'all might remember her. She comes into the channel once in a while. She just came back recently because she had eye surgery. I met her in Alabama because when I was in Alabama, I had 3 indoor booths at the Mobile Flea Market. Uh, and so she came and she goes, I knew that I knew your face. And she started talking to me in a chat one day, and we realized that she had bought her first taser and pepper spray from me at that flea market. So that was kind of cool. It's a small world, right? But I've been a flea market antique junkie for years and years and years, and now I'm picking back up eBay because I like doing it, and I like the independence of not working for somebody. But these are my 2 go-to knives. I would say no matter what, if you do not have a fixed blade knife. No, search around, find something you like, find something that's comfortable. And I think that's a good thing is that one, the weight of the knife needs to be comfortable in your hand, male or female. It doesn't matter who you are. It needs to be comfortable when you hold it. Now, I watched a real dummy video the other day, yesterday or the day before. And so the guy goes in and he's playing with knives in a knife store, holds the knife like this and pushes the blade thing and cuts his own stomach and is standing there bleeding. So let's not be a dumb ass. you know, like, be very careful when you're handling knives. Like this one is super, super sharp. Like I'm making sure that this stays in a certain spot because I don't even want the animals to accidentally bump it and it to fall out of its case and one of them to run up on it and get hurt. Hey, Tom Diddle. Tommy. Oh, I don't have your table over here. Tom. Tommy. What's up? Come here. Come on. Well, hey, come on. Here, come on. You can come up. Come on. Come see the good people. Come here, Tommy. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Ah. All right. Okay, move your butt. See everybody? Yeah. Yeah, you do. Can you believe this copycat? You see how he is now? He's something. He lets me pick him up, throw him around. He's still huge, even with him losing all that weight. I think a lot of it was fur. Isn't he huge? Um, the other thing, and this I've had a while. I was gonna fix breakfast this morning, y'all, but I put up a bunch of my MREs, and well, I can't find my singles right now. He is Royal Linus. I don't know if you were on the channel when he first wandered up here out of the forest, right? But I'll talk about this in a second. But most people remember this. It was really funny. Like he wandered up and he got closer to me, and finally he kind of became my little buddy, right? Well, Mama Cat had her Willow had her babies, which were being kept inside the cabin because we had a home for them and stuff, and so they were going away right away as soon as they were big enough. And I don't know if it was the smell of the baby tomcat on my leg or my foot, but he attacked me. And he's not little. He's a Maine Coon cat. And then he attacked my hand. He literally bit me right here, and I had to roll him. And when I rolled him, then he turned around and attacked me again. So now he gets a ball thump. If he starts to act up, Dragonfly's like, "You're mean," and well, I flicked him one time, gave him the nutcracker, and he well, you give a cat or a dog a nutcracker, and they act they calm down real quick. So he got a nutcracker a couple times, and now he don't do that. Yeah, I call it the nutcracker. I was hoping the deer would come this morning. For you that are new to the channel, there's some of you new in the chat that are new to the channel. We actually live in the middle of 350 acres in the Ozarks, and it's beautiful out here. This is kind of my dream ideal bug out location. And there's a lot of reasons that we chose this specific location. One, because of the freedoms that we have in the Ozarks. If I want to have Nunya over and Nunya wants to run my electrical for me, or if he wants to do anything, say I have Nunya come over and he says, "Yeah, KJ, I can dig you a well," right? So he comes over. We don't have to get a permit. There's no permits here. If you want to take your kids and you want to go out in the forest and live in a tent, you can do that in Missouri. If you want to live completely off the land, you can do that. You don't have to ask for permits and all that stuff. Also, the state income tax is very, very low on property. We don't pay, excuse me, we don't pay state income tax. We just pay federal. And then like our property taxes is really low for 5 acres plus the cabin, plus the improvements that we've done. Our tax bill is $240 a year. So there's a lot of advantages to to the state of Missouri. Yeah, and well, and that's the thing. I think that honestly, Royal Linus, I think that less regulations for people is a good thing. That's how it was back in the day. If you jumped in the car and you wanted to wear a seatbelt, you did that. Now, and a lot of people will agree or disagree, but this is what I say about that situation. Like, honestly, when it's your day, it doesn't matter if you're sitting right here, right now on YouTube, or if you're walking in the forest, or if you're out shoveling snow. It doesn't matter if you're sitting at your living room table. When it's your day to go home to the Lord, it's your day to go home, and it doesn't matter where you're at or what the time is. I've been in some major car accidents. One of them, if I would have had my seatbelt on, I would not be sitting here today. So I have a mixed feelings about that. I think that when the good Lord wants to take you, the good Lord's taking you. We can't jump out of line, right? Oh, hold on a minute. I'm dipping out of line. I'm not going home today, Lord. You can't do that, and that's why you got to keep your spiritual house in order and stay centered and focused, because we can't jump out of line. When it happens, it happens. Uh-oh. We got a bunch of people that aren't thumbing the live stream. I noticed that yesterday, like, the live from last night went to like, I think it's in the back office, it's over 250 or something. But the thumbs up, folks, it really helps channel creators. It helps because if you give it a thumbs up or you comment on that live stream, then it helps push the channel up so that the message gets out to more people. So I would really appreciate it if you would hit the thumbs. It is Hump Day Wednesday, so you can act like an a-hole if you want to. Also. Yeah, 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 and the thing is, though, I think the big thing, copycat, is people didn't just get behind the wheel and get slamming drunk, right? A guy would get off work after a 12-hour day. He'd go to the liquor store, grab a six-pack of beer, and toss one back on the way home. Um, I remember when I was a kid, we went to South Dakota. My grandparents took us to South Dakota, and my grandpa had this big old four-door metal beast that we drove up there, right? And I was tired and I was little, and he's like, "Well, just jump up in the back window." And I slept in the back window. And now if you'd see that, oh my goodness gracious. But we also have this problem with people just not too smart. There was a lady. I do want to tell two things. Let me see if I can pull it up. Um, I want to show this. This is community intel that came in last night, and this is from one of our wonderful, wonderful channel subs. I am going to keep their name out of it because of the situation, right? But I want to tell you, like folks, it is it's very dangerous out right now. So many things happening, and this happened in Minneapolis. Oops, it happened in Minneapolis. There was a crime spree, and one of our own channel subs. I can't see it right now if you're talking, folks, but one of our own channel subs, and I'm going to read what they wrote. Let me see. Shoot, where's it at? Okay. I wondered if you and Dragonflies would want to see these quick videos caught from Sunday morning. The cameras are on our garage, so you're seeing our neighbor's yard, garage across the alley from us in the videos. This group broke into several homes within 2 miles of us that night. My husband thinks they stayed out of our yard because of all the lights that came on when they went by. So I want to show you what they caught on camera. This is crazy. Let me see. Okay, I'm going to have to download it. But good morning, Mr. Willoway Ranch. So this came in from one of our own community members, right? And I think that we're going to see more and more of these. And this was actually like a gang of men, young men. I would say probably from late teens to mid 20s. And they hit Minneapolis really bad in a 2-mile radius. And the interesting thing is as they walk down the alley, there's like 4 or 5 of them, and there's a vehicle following them with their lights off. And these guys were just scoping what the easy targets were. One lady's house got broke into while her husband, and the kids were upstairs sleeping. But once they heard them upstairs, they took off running. But they did take her purse, I believe a laptop and some other things. I am downloading that so you can at least see this one. But I think that we all really need to be on point about situational awareness and security around our properties. I think that as the economy breaks down more and more and more, we're going to see more and more of these thugs. We're going to see more crimes coming right into our neighborhoods. And remember this, if you're a po folk and you live in a poor neighborhood, right? They aren't going to come into your poor neighborhood as much. They're going to go out to the nicer neighborhoods to commit the crimes because then they can come back to the poor neighborhood and nobody really knows they did it. If they're in a poor neighborhood and they break into their own area, more people are likely to know who did it. And in poorer neighborhoods, honestly, because the crime rate's higher, they will take the situation into their own hands. I think going into 2024, that a lot of us are going to have situations like what happened to our own subs. Great, great, great sub. And I think we're going to have more and more of this. Let's see if it downloaded so y'all can see it. Um, let's see. It's not a very long video, so it should download pretty quickly. Yep, here it is. Okay. So check this out, y'all. There they are. Check that out. You see them? The whole posse of them going right through the neighborhood. There's 4 or 5 walking, right? There's 4 or 5 walking. Let me show it again. It's not very long because it's caught on a cam. But watch. Okay, you can see up here. Here's one guy, right? Here's the vehicle following him. And watch this. Watch. Look how many of them there are in this posse. There's one behind. There's 2 up in the front. There's one beside the car. So there's 4 or 5 guys walking. I see 4 right there, and the car. And so our own channel sub sent that in, and they went through this whole neighborhood and basically just walked the alleys, found the easy targets, and they didn't have the lights on at first. There's another one. Let me see if I can get the other one. They didn't have the lights on at first, right? They did not have the lights on at first. But the interesting thing is of course they just walked around the neighborhood looking for the easy target. And that's why I've said for the last couple years, it's very important that you set up a perimeter. Even if you're in a city dwelling like this, you can still set up a perimeter. And I think what saved our subs from getting broke into, what happened is when they walked by their house, all those auto lights came on and kept them going because they're like, oh no, somebody sees us, somebody watching us, whatever. And so they kept on moving down the road, right? And so, these are things, and that's what I was thinking at first too, Lori, until I seen the other video. And when I seen the other video, it shows that the lights weren't on. And I guess as they came around the alley, they turned the lights on. But still, I mean, that's 5 guys, possibly more in the van. And if they bum rush you or bum rush your house, I mean, I'll be honest with you. Um, this last year, we have one on each side of the bed. We have something within grabbing distance at all times throughout the cabin because that's the world we live in. And just recently, just last week here in the Ozarks, we had a triple felon running the forest and they were trying to find him. And he was getting the updates kept getting closer and closer to our home. And I was like, well, this sucks. And I told you guys to be very, very careful because, this is okay. Here's the one. Watch this. Watch, here comes. Thank you, Tamara. And, oops. Okay, it's not quite downloaded yet. Remaining Remnant, you've been a member for 4 months. Thank you so much. I think you were a member on the other channel for a year or two. And Tamara, you're 5 months. Thank you. You had some kids doing that here. Okay, let's see if we can. And they hit the wrong neighborhood. Yep. Well, and that's what it's going to take. That's why I said it's going to take us each shoulder to shoulder to stand up against this crap. And we might only be able to hold it down for our neighborhood, but that's still important, right? It's still important. Okay, let's see if it'll open. It's not. It's not. Sometimes it takes a little longer than. No, it won't open that one. I don't know why. Let me see here. Try it one more time. Okay, hold on. I just thought it was interesting how they did stuff. No, for some reason it's not completely downloaded or something. But I think that we all need to be on point when it comes to situational awareness when you're out in public and around our perimeters. I might put together a small video about that because it really is something. Well, that's what it's going to take, Scan. That's what it's going to take. You know, maybe if there was, well, right now the things that are going on in the jail system, right, in the prison system, they're letting them out. They're letting them out without no bail and all kinds of stuff, and that's like, when you start thinking about that, it's like seriously, you're letting them out without no bail. So that means just go commit a crime, and there's nothing that's going to hold you to any different standard. It's the norm on the West Coast. Why do we have CVS, Walmart's, all those stores pulling out of California? Because they decriminalized shoplifting, and so it's okay, go shoplift. And these smash and grabbers, they think it's a big game because there's nothing nobody's doing. It'd be different. I think for one, I don't believe in prison for every situation, and I'll just be honest with you. I think that we have more people in prison than anywhere in the world. It's a big business. But I think that if we had a harder prison system, if they weren't going there and getting education and weights and 3 meals a day and, um, going to the gym and all the things that they do and getting education and free library, and do I need to go on? If it was a little bit harsher, like in other countries, where that you may not get to eat if your family doesn't bring you a meal that day or doesn't bring you a bag of potatoes to live on for the month, that you just go without and you could possibly die. Um, that's what did I just see jump? Oh, I got cats looking out the window behind me. I was like, what's jumping around here? But I think if the judicial system changed a little bit, and when it comes to drugs, we have the most people in prison for drugs. Maybe we need to take a different stance on drugs. Maybe we need to actually help people find out what the core root of that problem is. And most people, most of you know this about me. I'm a different person now. That was a lifetime ago. I'm like 36 years, 35, 36, I don't know, 35, 36 years clean off of amphetamines. And where did I start doing amphetamines? In the military. Um, the hours were long, some things were difficult, and I got introduced to it and I started doing it. But what made me really change is talking to people. A dear friend of mine, I'll never forget her, her name was Diane. And she told me, KJ, start writing down why things are bothering you so much. What's bothering you? Just write it. You don't have to share it with nobody. Just write it. And that's when I began writing a lot of stuff. And by taking the garbage off your spirit, it really helps. It really does help. You get the garbage out, and either you vocalize it, or you write it, or you sing it, and or you paint a painting, or whatever it may be, or maybe you go cook something, but you start releasing that negativity out, and you don't keep it inward. And a lot of my stuff stemmed back to when I was a kid, and a lot of people carry that garbage their whole life, and it causes them to be obese, it causes high blood pressure, it causes them to be alcoholics, or drug addiction or addicts or porn addicts, whatever the addiction is. Um, and I released it all, and it really changed my life. And so I think that putting people and incarcerating people in prison is not the answer to the drug epidemic, to the criminal epidemic. I believe that, if, just for example, somebody goes out and you know damn good and well there's 70 people that watch them shoot somebody and kill them over some nonsense or over no reason at all. When we look back at our history of the, into the 18 and early 1900, late 1800s, early 1900s, what happened to them? People knew that things were a little harsher. They knew that if I walked into a store and shot at somebody, that most likely I'm about to get shot back at or maybe my life taken. And when things changed and prison became a big business system, you know, then we have people like Charlie Manson that sat on death row and cost millions and millions of dollars to the American taxpayer. You know, um, bring back I mean, or let it be the wild, wild west and let us, as communities and as states, take care of stuff. Um, Putting people in prison, I do not believe is the answer. It's not rehabilitation; it's education in a criminal way. I know a guy that went to Chino prison. He was my cousin's friend, and he went in one way as a surfer dude, came out a cholo, and came out so educated on crimes he could commit. The good thing was is the guy turned his life over to the Lord after he got out, and now he has 3 kids. He's a welder, and he's a really good man. But he was a mess, and he was going down the path of destruction. You know. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And I agree with you. I agree. I agree so much. Yeah, and I agree. I think that each and every one of us, Lori, honestly, as preppers, as just adults, um, we need to get involved with the children. We need to protect the kids. We need to get them actively involved in good things, right? In good things like sports. Maybe your kid isn't into sports. They don't have to be a jock. Um, there's intramural sports that's just for fun. Maybe your child doesn't have that competitive edge, but there's a lot of maybe your child is into dancing. Maybe they're into playing an instrument. Maybe they're an artist. Maybe they're a poet. We need to find positive outlets for kids other than sitting in the black screen day in and day out, like the video I showed where the little kids just he's sleeping and he's pushing the button up, 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 and when you think about that, it's like, whoa, we need to put down our black screen to pay more attention to them and to love them and to take them out and play ball with them or to teach them in the kitchen how to cook something or to do a fun project. I think that was one of the funnest things I did at family reunion. They put me in charge of activities for all my little cousins. Oh my God. Oh, let me tell y'all, I thought I'd do sand art with them. And so I got hippos. I got the little plastic jugs for them to make hippos and all. Oh, shit. Oh, KJ this and KJ that and sand fights and I know I want the purple and no, you get the blue and oh my God. Yeah, but we had fun. But they were little boogers. They were little they were little boogers. And I think it's Nunya that I don't know if he's still in here, but I think it's Jake at Nunya, Texas. He does some things with kids. And I think that, us reaching the kids is really important. That's our future. That's our future generations. And we can't give up on them. I know there's a lot of little a-holes. Um, they feel very entitled and stuff, you know. Yeah. Yep. Yep. That's basically how we are. You're on your own, buddy. But I think that we have to. I really agree with you, Lori. If we could prevent them from going that direction, but we also, I mean, we have to think back to when we were kids. I'm sure everybody in this chat can hit a one about something that you did that you didn't feel comfortable with, but all your buddies and all your friends or your girlfriends were saying, "Hey, we could do it. We can do it." And it was the peer pressure thing, um, from sex to smoking to drinking to cussing to stealing something. I don't think there's anybody in this chat that can't say that one time in their life that they didn't feel peer pressure to do something as a teenager, and you know, it it happens. It happens to some of the best kids. And then the bad thing is, especially about addiction, right? When a child tries drugs for the first time, it could be their last time, for one. That could be it. They could try it and they could die instantly. Two, they could try it and have an addictive personality, which is a chemical imbalance in the brain, and boom, they're an addict. I've seen so many children. Uh, it's one thing Dragonflies always says to me is you're a street preacher, because I will notice a kid that's jacked up on meth, coke, whatever it is, and I reach out to them. Or if God puts it on my heart to just go up and talk to them, I do it because I think my story, my addiction story, can help someone else to become clean. And if they see you and you say, "I've been there. This is what happened to me, and this is what can happen to you," and you can make it out. And if you don't, you have a couple options. You're going to die, or you're going to go to prison, or somebody's going to murder you. When you break it down to a young person that way, sometimes something snaps. Or when you say, "Hey, this is what happened to me, and this is what I seen, and this is what I went through," it changes things. And I think we can't give up on our youth. We can't give up on the kids. Yeah. 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 Well, see, and that's the thing is, so many different things happen to people, and maybe it was having sex. Maybe, maybe you weren't going to have sex until you were married. And I mean, I'm just being honest. This is like our Wednesday kickback live. Maybe you weren't going to have sex till you were married, but my friends are doing it, and this guy's doing it, and that girl's doing it, and I'll go ahead and give that part of my spirit away, and that's what happens. And then they end up pregnant, or they end up with a disease that they can't get rid of, right? Yeah, they used to have that tour in jail, and prisoners would scare them. But if you go back and watch that, I think it was called Scared Straight, right? If you watch it, George, you will see a huge difference in the ones that first started and the ones now. And if you go and try to look up that series and watch it, it's amazing to me the attitudes of the kids then and the attitudes of the kids now. And we have this big problem, and we have to take responsibility ourselves for that with our children, is that if a kid says, "I want that, I want that," most adults tried to do it for them, and we screwed up. Instead of teaching them how to work hard to get what they would like in life, we started handing out too much because the United States was prospering. So why shouldn't our kid have that? Why shouldn't our kid have new Nikes every year that cost $200 and they thrash them? Because see, then they have no respect for the property and the things that they get, and they don't have any respect for people around them because, well, my mom gave me this. They have no respect for the teachers, and we have to take responsibility as a society that we did that to our own kids, and we screwed up. uh, I know that when I was growing up, my granddad and my grandma, it was great to go see them, but we were lucky if we got to go split a chocolate shake with my grandpa. That was a big deal. It was a big deal. if we got to go to the candy store and spend $1. It was a big deal if we got the Lincoln Logs and we all three of us got to split them and play with them together. You know, and now it's not like that. Oh, well, I got to have a cell phone at 9 years old. I got to have the best gaming system, $500 gaming system, but I thrash it and I get mad at you because you won't buy me another game. And we've actually seen this where a kid got mad because his parents wouldn't buy him a game. What'd he do? He killed him. What's wrong? Something interesting that we have to ask ourselves. Well, thanks for sharing, Copycat. All right, did you take us to the bathroom with you while you went and took a pee? Is that what you're trying to tell us in the chat? You don't have to tell. Open the door and use TP and do the thing. Aw. And I think it's really important, Scan. You know, make them take out the garbage. Make them wash the dishes. Make them feed the dog. Make them walk the dog. Make them clean up some dog poo. Make them go, you know, work out in the yard with you to earn what they want, not just to give it to them. Not just to give it to them. Well, it's about that time, folks. Um, we have a live stream this afternoon. I might not have it. I have a document that's due today at work, so I might not have the Wednesday afternoon hump day. But we had Wednesday morning, right? And we're having tonight. There should be a video coming out, and we have a news broadcast tonight, and then the last section will be music and fellowship and chat. Hey, Tommy. Hey, Tom. I appreciate all the new memberships too. We do have the Po Folk membership now. So if you've been waiting to become back as a member, I did change the memberships around so that people could afford it, because I know it's rough, but we really do appreciate you know, you helping, and that's really important. I appreciate it because, like, when I play copyrighted music, which if I don't get enough members soon, then copyrighted music is only going to be for the members, just because every time I do it, then my video gets completely demonetized, and it's not being rude or any ugly or anything, but I got to pay for the programs that I use on YouTube and the, you know, trivia and things like that. So your membership really makes that happen. Also, if you don't want to become a member, but you want to support the channel, you can, if one of my mods would drop the eBay store, it is Off the Wall Treasures. Caitlin, you know, we're glad you're here. So I'm going to flip y'all around. I'm going to play a couple songs. I'll come back on as we leave the chat. I'd like to pray over the channel today. God's putting that on my heart. I know that a lot of us are going through different things, you know, and the main thing is that we need to stay centered and focused. And centering and focused on this beautiful forest always brings me back centered. And I'm truly blessed that I get to live here in the middle of the forest. I enjoy it, and now that I have all you in my life, I enjoy that more. So let me play a song and flip y'all around so you can, or do you just want to hear nature? Let me see. The birds are pretty quiet. I'll play a mellow song. Because remember, I like this song, Are We Out of Time? So we're not out of time yet. So keep doing the things that matter. Enjoy the forest with me.
Lost in your eyes, I go back inside my head, falling too fast. I can't wait another day. Can you Would you stay around? Can we make it till tomorrow? Are we out of time? Are we out of time? Would you stay around? Can we make it till tomorrow? Are we out of time? Are we out of time?
But I gotta do it. I gotta do it. I'm gonna be happy, 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 happy birthday, Lady Casca. Booty, bootylicious. Happy birthday, baby. Happy, happy, happy birthday to you. And many, many more, Lady Casca. Happy birthday. We love you, Lady Casca. Happy birthday to you. I hope y'all enjoyed me singing. Were y'all singing with me? I hope somebody was singing with me. I hope I wasn't singing by myself. Ooh, Lordy. I hope everybody has a great day. I might have a pop up Wednesday Hump Day live. We've been pretty consistent with that. I do have a lot of things on my mind, so let me see if I can get to work early. Oh, I'm working out of my house. I guess I can. You're welcome, Lady Casca. Lady Casca. Happy, 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 happy birthday, baby. Uh, you never know. If you pop in the chat, you may get sung to. At this time, I'd like us to come together in prayer if y'all bow your heads with me. Dear God, we come before you as children of God. We know that we're living in glorious, wonderful times, and we know that you are protecting us and protecting our mag. Please watch over everybody as they leave here today. If they have a financial worry or a health issue, please, God, take and lift that from them. And if they're having just a heavy heart over something, maybe a loss of a pet or a loss of a friend, a loss of a family member, please lift that from their hearts and let them know that this is a safe place, that we come together as children of God and we believe that you are the Alpha, the Omega. You are the beginning and the end, and that you will protect us through all. Dear God, we ask this in Jesus' name. Amen. Amen. Can I get some amens in the chat? I love y'all. I care about you. If anybody needs an Armed and Dangerous Bible, I did get some more in. So if you need one, I ask if you just pay the postage. It's media mail. It's like $3. You can reach out to me via email at offthewallprepper@gmail.com. I will send you a free Bible if you just pay the postage. God bless each and every one of you as you leave here today. Keep your head on a swivel. Keep your head out of the black screen. Most of all, know that the OTWP really cares and that we are one big, happy, weird, prepping family. I'm going to go eat me some breakfast and I'm going to get to work so that hopefully around 2 o'clock you'll see me pop up with a Hump Day Wednesday live stream. And we have another live stream tonight. Serious note at first. Then we're going to have, we've been doing these 2-hour live streams. I don't know about y'all, but I've been kind of really enjoying them. Wednesday's kind of my days that I spend a lot of time with y'all. And I miss, I'm bringing back morning news. And sometimes at night, you're going to see a 15 to 20-minute news break pop up with things that are occurring right then or things that I think that we need to be, look at. So remember, everybody, dust off your Bible, get spiritually centered. And if you don't believe in the Bible, get spiritually centered, get grounded to Mother Earth. Remember to learn to forage. Remember to learn to do the skills, because the skills they can't take away from us, can they? God bless y'all. Big, huge prepper hugs. Oh, hold on a minute. Oh, I forgot about this. Oh, hold on a dang minute. Maybe I can't leave yet. It might be ready. It might be ready. Let me see. It might be ready. If it's ready, I'll play it for y'all. If it's not ready, then I'm getting out. I'm skedaddling. Let me see. Is it ready? It should be ready. Oh, it is ready. Imagine that. Okay, put this together last night for everybody, and I hope you enjoy it. So we have 11 more minutes of enjoying time together. Enjoy this. I put it together for you. Lady Casket, I think you'll like it. Hold on. Hold on. Here we go. Maybe. Can you do it, OTWP? Do you know how to push the button? Push the button. Okay, this is a new one. I just produced it last night. I hope y'all enjoy it. God bless.
You are my shelter from the storm. You keep me safe inside your wings. You are my comfort when life gets hard. You lead me to water to drink. And now I trust your gentle hand, even when I can't understand. I know your voice, I'm not afraid. Walking with me at the same pace. My companion, my confidant, you will be true when I am not, and when I give you my injuries. Through your grace, I find your peace, and now I trust your gentle hand, even when I can't understand. I know your voice, I'm not afraid. Walking with me
there is something we need, it's a leap of faith. A step away from the comfort zone and be a little brave. So take a look around you. How far can you see? How far do you think you can run, standing on your knees? It's a beautiful world out there. Just don't pass on the dare. If you have the will and a moment to spare, it's a beautiful world out there. It's a beautiful world out there. It can be a bit frightening, something you don't know. You need a little enlightening, it'll make you grow. It's a beautiful world out there. Just don't pass on the dare. If you have the will and a moment to spare, it's a beautiful world out there. It's a beautiful world out there. Oh, it's a beautiful world out there. Just don't pass on the dare. If you have the will and a moment to spare, it's a beautiful world out there. It's a beautiful world out there. Oh, if you have the will and a moment to spare, it's a beautiful world out there. It's a beautiful world out there.
Two ships passing in the night on the stormy sea. You got your navigation lights pointing right at me. From the dead of the night, far away from land, searching for a harbor or a quiet strand. You could be the anchor that keeps my feet on the ground. And I would be the rock that keeps you from drowning. I'm your sail when the wind is blowing. I'm your oar if you need to row. I'm your raft when the river's flowing. I'll follow you wherever you may go. Been breaking through the waves from the stormy skies. Been racing with the tides and the hurricane's eye. Been sailing through the light of the northern star. Cause I knew that it would lead me to right where you are. I'm your sail when the wind is blowing. I'm your oar if you need to row. I'm your raft when the river's flowing. I'll follow you wherever you may go. I'm your sail when the wind is blowing. I'm your oar if you need to row. I'm your raft when the river's flowing. I'll follow you wherever you may go. I'll follow you wherever you may go. Two ships passing in the night on the stormy sea.
I hope everybody has a great day. God bless you from here in the Ozarks to wherever you're at. Make today count. It's Hump Day Wednesday. I'll see you tonight or this afternoon. God bless you all. Everybody have a great day. I hope you enjoyed my video production. I like that song. God bless you all.